Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. This is our second Incel Cinema Month review. I had to change the name on the title for the video, for Drive's video and this video because apparently incels are a controversial subject. So yeah, on the title it'll say Loner Cinema Month, but really it's Incel Month, okay? Yeah. So today we're reviewing. I know I said I would review Last American Version, but yeah, I was just not in the mood, to be honest, to watch a canon fucking teen sex comedy movie. Fuck that shit. So instead, we watched True Romance. It's a 1993, sorry, not 95, crime action movie. It's 2 hours and 1 minute long. It's directed by Tony Scott, R.I.P. Tony Scott, and written by Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a Quentin Tarantino movie. The movie stars Christian Slater as Clarence Worley, Patricia Arquette as Alabama Whitman, and then after that, you just have an insanely huge cast. You got everybody under the sun. You got Val Kilmer as an Elvis Presley like spirit animal. You got Dennis Hopper as Christian Slater's dad. You got Brad Pitt as Michael Rappaport's roommate, who's like a hippie kind of character. Christopher Walken's in the movie. Apparently, Mickey Rourke's in the movie. I didn't see him. Neither did like Nicolas Cage, but apparently he's in the movie too. Did not see him. You got Bronson Pinochet or Pinot. Wasn't that guy in like where have I seen this guy before? Wasn't he? Oh, he was in Perfect Strangers, Beverly Hills Cops. Yeah, he was in The Surreal Life. That was a good season of The Surreal Life. You got Sal Rubinek in the movie, Samuel Jackson, Lawrence Fishburne. I did not see him at all. Michael Rappaport, like I mentioned. Conchetta Farrell. You got Tom. I did not even see Tom. Wait, this list is bullshit. James Gandolfini is in the movie. Yeah. You got Chris Penn. You got Tom Sizemore. Tom Sizemore is great in the movie, by the way. Tracy Walter did not see him in the movie at all. Maria Pitillo from Godzilla's in the movie. Kevin Corrigan's in the movie. Paul Ben Victor is in the movie. Michael Beach. Who else? That's pretty much all the important people. So, this movie, it's one of Quentin Tarantino movies where he didn't direct it, he just wrote the screenplay. Movies where he's only done that 3 times, and the last time he did it was for Natural Born Killers, because that was the last screenplay he wrote for another director, because he was pissed off that what was his name, Roger Stone or whoever directed that movie changed up his screenplay, which he doesn't like when you do that. And ever since then, he doesn't wanna write screenplays for other people, right? So the movies that he's rented for are Dusk Till Dawn 1, this movie, and like I said, Natural Born Killers, right? Which there's some controversy that that Quentin Tarantino ripped off David Lynch's movie Wild at Heart, starring Nicolas Cage, and the chick from the purple-haired chick from from Last Jedi. I forget her fucking name. Lena Dern. Is it Laura Dern? Laura Dern, right? Yeah. So like, yeah, there's apparently I never seen Wild at Heart. I keep meaning to do it. It's just I'm waiting to pick up the Blu-ray or DVD at one point. But yeah, apparently a lot of people say that David Lynch thinks that Quentin Tarantino ripped him off, and this movie and Natural Born Killers has a lot of similarities to Wild at Heart, according to people, right? Especially since Wild at Heart's character Nicolas Cage was also an Elvis Presley fan and dressed up like Elvis Presley, like the main character in this movie, which Christian Slater plays this comic book guy slash Elvis fan. He like we first see him hit on this chick in a bar, and he's like the retard is talking about how he's not gay, but he would have sex with fucking with fucking Elvis Presley, which is like the dumbest fucking thing you can say to a woman. It's like, hey, I ain't no you know what, but I'd fuck. It's like, what the fuck. So yeah, so what ends up happening? He goes to see after that he goes to see like a Street Fight Sonny Chiba Street Fighter triple feature at a movie theater. Patricia Arquette's character, Alabama Whitman, sees him, sits next to him, and starts talking with him. After they see the movie, they go on a date. They go back to his place and have sex, and then she breaks down, saying like, "Hey, your boss, the guy who runs the comic book store, because he works at a comic book store, paid me to have sex with you." but I haven't been doing this long, and I love you. He's like, his response to this is like, "You're a whore." The one fucking thing you don't want to say to a working girl. It's like, "You're a whore." So after that, he goes to he decides to kill her pimp to get away. So him and her can get married and run away. They kill the pimp, which is played by Gary Oldman, plays this like wigger pimp slash drug dealer. There's a point like you see him. There's a scene where like Gary Oldman is at like a drug deal with Samuel Jackson. And like he kills Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson's in the movie for like a minute. Christian Slater kills Drexel. He takes her what he thought was her briefcase with her things. Turns out it's like $1 million worth of uncut coke, and like the mob was behind Drexel, so they're chasing him down. He goes off to L.A., meets up with his friend. His friend sets him up with a movie producer to sell the coke. And what ends up happening is at the end of the movie, you have this Mexican standoff between the cops, the movie producer's henchmen, which are armed with like semi-automatics. And did I mention the police? Yeah, so I really liked the movie, though I kind of find like there's some bullshit where like, yeah, I have a hard time believing this chick would fall for this nerdy guy. but like Christian Slater is a good looking guy, and Patricia Arquette comes off very young in the movie, so I could almost see that. There's this horrific fight scene in the movie where like Patricia Arquette gets the shit kicked out of her from James Gandolfini, and like it'll cut to like Christian Slater, who went out only to pick up food, and he was supposed to be right back, is fucking around talking with a guy with Elvis about Elvis, and like you have all this the scene where like the guy from what was it called? What's that fucking what was that celebrity reality show? Yeah, The Surreal Life. The guy from The Surreal Life is getting blown by the chick from Godzilla, the blonde chick. He's doing coke. He's driving super fast. He gets pulled over by the cops. Gets interrogated by Chris Penn and Tom Sizemore, and just snitches on everybody. They make him wear a wire at the final scene in the movie. And then there's this great scene where like there's the Mexican standoff, and the guy from This Real Life is like is like, dude, like, can I get out of here? Like, my part of this is done, right? And like the look on the fucking Jewish movie producer's face is like, you fucking snitched on me, you motherfucker! I fucking made you. I treated you like a son, and you betrayed me. He throws like hot coffee on the fucking guy's face, and then Tom Sizemore loses his shit and starts shooting, and that's where like the whole thing starts off. The whole massacre at the hotel like starts, man. And it's like, fuck, man, this is a really great movie. No wonder like Nick Mullen quotes this movie all the time. But like, this movie proves that like Quentin Tarantino's a fake Italian, because you have Dennis Miller goes on a racist rant on Italians, saying how they're like, you know, they're like part black person, but he doesn't say black person. He says the something something that starts with the same letter as nougat. Mario, don't wear that hat. Don't wear that hat, the brown hat with that says that has N on it. It's not what you think. You're not gonna turn into a chocolate bar. Oh fuck! I don't know. I love this movie. But because it ripped off, I was gonna give this movie 8, but because you ripped off from my boy David Lynch, Quentin Tarantino, you fake motherfucker. Fuck you. I'm only giving this a 7 out of 10. Rest in peace, Tony Scott. You're a great fucking director. This was an amazing movie. All right, guys. Peace.